Lately, I have completely renewed my interest in the Ruger 1022 platform, especially after shooting one of the latest models with a bull barrel, a suppressor, and an awesome optic. In our recent content, we upgraded the stock, but what if you want the modularity, adaptability, and even the ability to reuse parts and components using a chassis? Well, Ultradyne just came out with the Picatinny chassis for the Ruger 1022, and in this video, we're going to show you how to install it. We're going to have some fun shooting with it and talk about how you can adapt it to different purposes. Hey guys, Gavin here from UltimateReloader.com. We are bringing you the blow-by-blow with the Picatinny chassis, including when it was released and major updates like the all-new inlet for the Ruger 1022. So this is what we've got. It's got this really nice bronze Cerakote. We've got basically the UD3 model here, so it's got 3 M-LOK slots on the side. Ultradyne has simplified their lineup to include just UD3 and UD6. If you remember the original version, it had 3, 5, and 7. And so this is a great compromise. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put a few parts from one of our other builds here. This I mentioned in the intro to the video. With a chassis, we can reuse components. We can swap components. We can add weights really, really easy, which is one of the reasons you're going to want to look at a chassis. This is the new Picatinny buttstock. This is a folder, which is really cool. That gives us some compact and deployable options. I'm going to put the spigot on. You know, with the UD3, I really like to run the spigot because then we got the advantage of a short config, and we can remove the spigot to shorten it further. But we have the bipod options and that kind of thing with a longer config. We've got an M-LOK thumb shelf. I believe that's going to fit right there. And then we've got the adjustable vertical grip. These were all parts and components that we used with our Ruger American 223 story. You're going to want to check that one out. That was a lot of fun. And now we can just seamlessly put together this guy. So I'm going to get out my Aero Products rock vise and get this guy put together. So I actually have a completely customized version here with the UR logo on the side tray. This is something that Aero Products put together for me. Great, great tool. All right, so I've got the main parts of the chassis put together. We've got the adjustable grip. We've got the folder Picatinny buttstock, the thumb shelf, and the spigot all ready to go. So next, I'm going to prep the barreled action to go into the chassis, and we'll talk about fitting that together. Okay, so this is ready to go back into storage. I like to put a little bit of blue tape over my action screws, kind of keeps them in place. And I'll note here we had an ARCA rail that we added after the fact, and with our chassis, we have one that's integrated. So that's one less thing that you have to worry about. So the good news with all of this is that you don't need to be a gunsmith to do any of this. A punch, a hammer, and some Allen keys is kind of all you're going to need to do this kind of work. And there's one special thing to pay attention to here is that we've got this rear stop pin, and we're going to take out the factory pin. And so I'm going to hold back with a little bit of pressure while I just drive this out. Okay, with a little persuasion, that pin came out. And what we're going to replace that with is this pin, which is held in place with screws from either side, and that's going to help secure the back of the action, which is kind of a nice design detail, to be honest. Okay, so next comes the action screw. And so there's a nice slot here, a lot of forgiveness fore aft, but everything fits perfect. I was really impressed with kind of the initial fit here with this chassis. Holding it kind of towards the back, but before I tighten this down too much, we're going to check the fit. Looks like that goes completely through, free and clear, which is exactly what we wanted to see. And We'll see if that goes through. We might need to do some gentle hammering on that to get that to go through fully. So I'm just backing off the action screw, which is on the front, so that I can better align this. Yeah, that's gonna help. Okay, that's the old pin, here's the new one. Yeah, that's what we needed, just like that. Now we're just gonna draw it up tight from the other side. You can see the head recessing into the countersunk area there. That's all great. Okay, so our fore aft position is now locked in. Now we can just go ahead and tighten the action screw. That is a much more secure setup. I'm really impressed with that. So, there we go. The next thing to do is to take this out and shoot. So the KYL rack, this is where the magic happens. I can never get tired of this setup. Hit every single one. That is satisfying. What the heck, let's do 200 yards with this Ultradyne 1022 rig. I calculated my drop should be about 7.2. So let's see how that's gonna work. I've got a pretty stiff wind here. This is gonna be an interesting shot. First round impact, how about that? This rifle almost makes it too easy. That was awesome. Well, this Ruger 1022 continues to amaze. If you saw the precision at that KYL rack and the effortless 200-yard shots, this thing is just amazing. It was fun in the stock, but this is a completely different experience in a chassis, right? You don't want to try and do this with your stock because it just won't happen. The chassis gives us the flexibility to adapt, customize, and configure to our preference. We've got a vertical grip. This is Ultradyne's adjustable grip. I added a couple of weights kind of at more or less the neutral point here just to experience the rifle weighed down a bit. We could play with that a bit. We've got ARCA all the way down by default. We don't have to buy an ARCA rail. We run ARCA on everything for precision rifle. So that's pretty much an essential. And again, if you don't have a suppressed 22, you don't know what you're missing out on. As always, the Element Scope did a great job. And what I'd like to know is, what do you think of our Ruger 1022 chassis build with the Ultradyne Picatinny chassis? Join me down there in the comment section. I'd love to hear what kind of rigs you've put together, what you're using your Rimfire rig for. If you had something like this, would it be a truck gun? Would it be an NRL 22 rig? What would you be doing with this kind of a setup? Tell me, and I'd love to interact with you about those experiences in the comments section. Thank you very much for watching. That concludes this video, and that means it's time to wrap it up. Hey guys, Ultimate Reloader Pro is now live. You can sign up and join today. Ultimate Reloader Pro is our new exclusive membership-based community where you'll find things like downloadable resources that you can print out and use in the garage or at the range. You're gonna find exclusive videos weekly for Ultimate Reloader Pro subscribers. We've got a monthly live stream and a private discussion forum where we can answer your questions and we can discuss topics together. If you want to check it out, go to ultimatereloader.com/pro today. Also, if you haven't done so, subscribe for our newsletter, ultimatereloader.com/subscribe.